Hi folks, nothing but stable news in the real estate market. Things are strong out there. Let me dive right in and tell you what's going on. My name is Santo Sessa with RE/MAX Premier. So when we look at Market Watch, now Market Watch is the report that TREB puts together, the Toronto Real Estate Board. And what I'm doing is comparing July that just passed, July 2019 to July 2018. This is for all home types, everything sold on the Toronto Real Estate Board across the whole GTA. Sales are up 24.3%. That's a huge number, almost 25%. And prices are up 3.2%. That's very strong, very, very stable. No signs of things going south on us. Things are looking good there. When we look at all GTA on more of a month-to-month basis, well, when we look at sales since January, sales have gone up, and over the last couple of months, they've gone down. And month over month, June to July, they dropped by 3.1%. But this is very normal. You've got your spring market where sales are up, and now at the end of the summer, they're kind of starting to drop a little bit, but they're still way higher than what they were last year. And prices since January have been going up, 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 and they've taken a little bit of a dip. However, they're dropping from a May high. The average in May was $838,000. That was a 2-year high in prices. So it's okay if they drop a little bit. Things seem really normal when we look at this, actually better than normal. When we look at Vaughan and we zero in on July 2018 versus July 2019, sales are up 32, almost 33%. That's a huge number in activity of increase year over year. We can see that active listings is down over 19%. So we've got less properties available for sale this July that we had last year July. So less properties for sale. We're buying more properties, so sales are higher, which makes sense that months of inventory has dropped. Last year, 4.7 was the months of inventory. That's how long on average it was taken to sell homes. This July, it's 2.8 months. So we're seeing a lot more activity. We're seeing properties selling quicker. Now, the average price year over year drops slightly, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you're comparing month to month. There could be fluctuations, but the overall trend we were seeing when we look back here, prices since January have been going higher and higher. Sorry, that was for all TREB. When we look at all Vaughan, we could see here, and in fact, we look at sales. Sales have gone up and then down slightly, and prices since January have been climbing. Now, June of over $1 million for average price, that was a 21-month high. So prices have been going up quite a bit, and they've been going up when we talk about January average price, and now in July, we're talking almost a $50,000 price increase in average prices. So things are very strong. You could see by these numbers, everything looks normal, better than normal actually. When we focus in on Vaughan detached, well, again, since January, sales have been climbing. This is the spring high, and now they've dropped a little bit, and prices since January have been climbing, and month over month, actually from June to July, they were up a little bit. But since January's average price, we are $58,000 higher in average prices for detached homes in Vaughan. So those of you in January that were thinking, I'm waiting for prices to drop in order to buy, I think you're making a mistake, and I don't think you're going to see overall prices dropping. In fact, we're starting to see the more expensive detached home market start to pick up some steam right now also. When we compare detached, Vaughan, and all of the GTA, the last few months across the GTA, prices have been dropping. However, May in the GTA was a high, and for Vaughan, we've been seeing prices increasing for detached homes. When we look at months of inventory, now I'm just focusing on one market segment. This is the Vaughan detached homes. We look at months of inventory, especially here, March to July. 3.1, 3.5, 3.5, 3.6 months of inventory. And we could see it reflected in prices increase. The lower the months of inventory, the more pressure on prices going up. I believe, if I had to make a prediction, and I don't like making predictions, I believe we're going to see reflected in the Vaughan prices, in the fall prices, we're going to see prices going up in the fall. And that's just because of how low the inventory we have right now. That's because of how low the months of inventory are right now. We'll have to see what really happens there. But when we look at across the board, all home types, the average is 2.8 months. Detached, we said, is 3.6. Now, keep in mind, under 4 months is a seller's market. Between 4 and 6 months is a balanced market. And a buyer's market would be over 6 months of inventory. Well, we're nowhere near the balanced market in most cases. When we look at detached, semi-detached homes, there's a 1 month inventory there. And if we were to focus just on semi-detached, well, sales are pretty stable every month since the beginning of this year. But look at the way prices have jumped up. The July average price of $845,000, that's a 26-month high. They haven't been that high since May of 2017. Prices are overall strong. Now, they're not shooting up where they're going up 10% a month. However, it's moderate, steady growth, month over month over month. This is the kind of market that you could feel confident in. If you're able to buy, you should be buying, because with the trend that we're on, prices are continuing to going up. And I don't know what they're going to be like in the fall, but I'm expecting prices to increase. My name is Santo Sessa with Remax Premier. If you go to VaughanMarketReport.ca, you'll see a ton more data. I analyze 8 of the Vaughan neighborhoods, Maple, Valour Village, East Woodbridge, West Woodbridge, Patterson area, Kleinburg, Islington Woods. You could find everything there. Like us on Facebook, follow us on YouTube, do whatever you got to do to get all this data so you could have access to it. I hope you know a little bit more now than what you did before you watched the video. Have a great day.